very important for the 2025 asset allocation is about China stimulus. So you may ask me, why? Why this time is different? Why September 24th, when China held this press conference, following that they have several press conferences? I think I want to remind you one most important thing that's happening on August 22nd. That is, China celebrates Deng Xiaoping's 120th birthday. Why is that? Because the leadership thinks Deng's theory, especially in reform and opening up, that suits the current China. So China needs growth, China needs development, China needs reform, China needs opening up. So this is why it shows you the fundamental mentality change in the leadership. They want this back. So this is not only about, we see the Shanghai Com testing 2,700, China's 10-year testing 2.037%, historical low, or at that time, U.S. cutting rate much more. All of this is just a background. Even the geopolitical risk at that time, even like the upcoming U.S. Election, all of this is a background. But on top of that is because the leadership thinks, given the current slowing down with this big economy, the most important thing is growth and development. So this is why they are back to this trajectory. So this is why they have been announcing policies one after another. Even just like the week before, in the last week, NPC, the Standing Committee, has been approving 10 trading. Market is not happy, so market just trading off. Market trading off because of the disappointment of this 10 trading. 10 trading is already big, 1.4 trillion of the US dollars. No, it's because market is worrying about the US election, about the potential rate cut will be much less. Will China has much more in terms of the stimulus? In my view, yes, because China has been having three biggest problems. Number one, the problem is about the property destocking. So property inventory now is at 31.8 months, meaning China average now needs over 31.8 months to clear all these inventories. So this is why the government, in terms of the monetary policy or fiscal policy for all this stimulus, is trying to solve this inventory problem. So they will use all the money they can to try to make all this inventory into public housing, number one. Number two, China also has the local debt problem. So people know this time the stimulus is very different. We as 2008. In the 2008, we know China has 4 trillion. Then it follows with 40 trillion from the local government, from the private sectors, because at that time, the local government and also the private sector, they has a lot of money. So this is why they can. But this time is different because this is only the central government led, because local government doesn't have money anymore. So they are very lack of money. They cannot sell land, so they cannot even pay the public servants. So central government give them money to do. So the local government debt, solving the local government debt becoming a very key issue. So this is the number two, focus for the government in terms of this round of stimulus. They want to do the swap out all their debt. Then the local government can be revitalized. Then they will have money. Then they will spend. Then the economy can be back. And also in terms of number three, we know for China is a very weak aggregate demand. You don't know how weak the demand is. Then if you look at China's inflation, China's core inflation now is at 0.1%, meaning almost have no inflation. So in terms of the China's PPI, Producer Purchasing Index, at minus 2.8%, meaning the producer doesn't have a pricing power. They have to lower their price when they sell it. So for this, it means the weak aggregate demand, meaning they have to do a lot. So this is time, in terms of stimulus, what China has been doing. They're doing the swap facility to try to push up the equity markets. That is the easiest way for them to do. So comparing to the consumption of water, etc., if they do this, almost all urban citizens in China, around 300 to 400 million people, they're all equity owners. So whenever you see the markets has a slow bull market, then it will have wealth effect. Even though the wealth effect from equity markets is very minimum, but that still gives people a buffer. No need for China to create, these kind of jobs in such a, short of a time. So these three big problems for China to solve, China needs much more stimulus to try to stabilize the economy. But this also What's the implications for China's stimulus to the global economy, global asset classes? That means when Chinese economy is stabilizing, global economy is stabilizing. So on the other hand, we can say whenever China has a hard landing, global economy will have hard landing. So this is why China's biggest contribution in terms of economic stabilization is very key, very important for the global economic stabilization.